Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia. If you heard a click, I just turned off my mouse. And today is part 1 of me playing through the Genshin Impact 5.1 Archon quest. Yeah, I guess just as a little summary-esque thing of last time. Wow, where do I even begin? There's a lot that went on. But it's like, we got to Notlon for the first time, and we got to experience the pilgrimage. Like, we got to watch it. I think we gave, like, Kachina some advice and stuff, but it's the traveler themselves didn't get to participate in the pilgrimage, which was fine. Kachina was one of the winners, I think, so then she got to go on to fight in the Night Kingdom for Notlon, which is fighting against the Abyss. And then she, like, died, which I'm laughing, but it was really kind of unexpected for a Genshin quest to be like, oh yeah, while she was there, she died. But I guess the Pyro Archon, Mawika, which I now know it's pronounced Mawika, not Mavwika, my bad. Mawika, has the ability to bring people back to life if they so pass away while they're in the Night Kingdom. But something went wrong, and then so we had to help her get Kachina's soul out of the Night Kingdom because she had been, like, imprisoned by the Abyss. I don't remember all the bits and details. But yeah. And then I guess we've learned that the Abyss is taking more and more over of Notlon, and it seems like Notlon's, like, getting closer to its demise. But from what I remember, Mawika, who was not the first Pyro Archon, she was the Pyro Archon after the first one. So she was the second Pyro Archon ever to exist. But she set up this, like, really long game plan to save Notlon. And so when she died, quote unquote, she, like, set herself up to be resurrected later as this current Pyro Archon so she could bring her plan to fruition. So we're pretty much betting on the fact that she remembers her plan fully and that she'll be able to carry it out with ease. Because where we left off, we learned that someone from one of the clans, I think it was the Nightwind clan, might be, or tribe, Nightwind tribe, Masters of the Nightwind, that's what it's called, Masters of the Nightwind tribe, might be working with Capitano, who's one of the Fatui Harbingers. And I think, as we learned, he's trying to take over, like, the Fatui are trying to take over Notlon as well. So we'll see what's going on there. And just before we get into it, I wanted to do Xilonen's test run. I haven't done the other test runs yet. I'll do them later. Not really a big deal, but I just thought it would be fun to do Xilonen's first and foremost. And she's the current banner right now. So I guess I'll just see what I think of her kit, and then I'm not planning on pulling for her. She's very cool. Every teaser and trailer I've seen for her has made me want her more and more. But unfortunately, I don't really have the funds for that, and I'm saving for Mawika. Like, I gotta get the Pyro Archon. But let's just see. I mean, I know Mawika's probably not going to be till 5.3, because we already know that Chaska and Ororon will be in 5.2. But I need to save up. Anyway, so let's read what this says. Xilonen's elemental skill causes her to don rollerblades and engage in swift movement and climbing until her night soul points are depleted. During this time, if she has at least 2 Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro party members, her normal and plunging attacks can accumulate night soul points, and when her night soul points reach maximum, she will decrease the corresponding elemental resistance of nearby opponents. Otherwise, her normal and plunging attacks deal increased damage. When her night soul points are insufficient, she can consume phlogiston to maintain this state. Her elemental burst deploys a DJ controller that deals AoE geo damage, and, based on the elemental types of your party members, will either also continuously heal the active character or deal additional AoE geo damage. So she's a healer. It sounds like she can be a healer and on-field DPS, so you could use her for both. But I see a... I'm trying to think of... I feel like you could potentially go into her skill, use, like, a normal attack, and then switch. Like, use a normal attack, use her burst, and then switch. Okay. I don't know. She just seems like a cool gal. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, it looks like they want Yenfei to be. So I'm guessing... Okay, yes, queen. Yes, queen, yes, queen. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Boba, get them! No, my sword!
Okay.
Motion to compel!
Okay. That was certainly something. So can I do the same, like...
Alright.
Yes. Okay, awesome. And she can just go up? Oh, yes. Okay. I'm not being weird. I'm trying not to be weird. Just can't see unless you tilt the camera this way. Okay, let's see what we got.
Let's
okay.
do this then.
Letting grave names echo! Let me weave you a verse.
Let's try this.
Incinerate!
Okay.
Yes, you are. Qualified after all.
Okay. Yeah, that was certainly something. Oh, I was wondering like why the screen was getting darker. I'm getting close to the world border. Don't make your world borders so close to the arena. Okay. So I think...
You're toast! Boom boom! Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Witness the... Hear the echoes of the valley! Incinerate! Replica flame! Alright. Letting grave names echo! Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your... Alright.
So then I think we can just like switch. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So she has like that... How do I do this? I can just leave, right? Okay, yeah, exit. So, I mean rollerblading is fun. I'm just of the opinion that all the new Natlan exploration techniques are just some of the funnest things ever. Like, y'all, the amount of times I use Kenichi's swinging ability just to get to a random spot on the map is insane because he is so good. No, I was actually doing, and you might be like, how have you not done all the time trial challenges in Sumeru yet? We're literally 2 regions ahead. I just haven't. But, so I was doing the time trial challenges in Sumeru, specifically the desert. I think I did all of them in the rainforest area, but like, I kind of ignored the desert after we got it, because it's a lot of work. But I was doing a time trial challenge in the desert, and it was one of those where you have to run on like the invisible path, and I fell off, and I was like, oh well, just use Kenichi's grappling hook to get back up where I'm supposed to be, and it was like, I clutched that, like, you know? Alright. Oh no, I'm almost out of phlogiston. That's not good. Oh, she uses brilliant chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. Have you guys ever seen the Ororon High School Host Club dub bloopers? Because that's where I get that chrysanthemum from. Todd Habercorn, I believe, is how you say it. Or maybe Habercorn. I don't remember how to say his name. The voice of Hikaru. He did like a whole... it was part of one of the episodes when there was chrysanthemum on the table, and Tamaki doesn't like chrysanthemum, and Hikaru was supposed to be like, here, have some chrysanthemum, boss, but then voice actor kept saying chrysanthemum. So if I say chrysanthemum, that's where that comes from. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot I cooked some dishes, and so I'm low on ingredients. I'll buy those later, though. We don't care. What we care about is this. Mm-hmm. Go. What? Hello, can you just tell me where the... Can you just give me the quest? Wait until 2 days later. Huh? Why would I do that? That does not sound like a good time. No one wants... Oh, wait. Here's a... I'm just grabbing some of these. Okay.
Mind the side of me. I got him cornered.
Okay. I was standing on the burning grass. Now, if you're wondering, if you saw my Kenichi video and you're wondering why the team looks a little bit different, it's because I use this team for the overworld exploration. Gosh. Oh. You know what? Another thing I should do. Changing my little guy to this guy. I did have him out a lot, but then I was doing, like I said, I was doing some exploration stuff in Sumeru, and having the genie is very, or the djinn is very useful. Oh, laptop is lagging. How lovely. But anyway, I use this team for overworld exploration because when I'm on the grass, I get lit on fire a lot, and to me it's just really useful to have, like, shields and a more consistent healer than Bennett when I'm being lit on fire. When I go into domain, sometimes I'll use the original team I thought of, which was with Nahida and Bennett instead of Toma and Baiju. I think that was the difference. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pause real quick, and when I come back, I'll have coffee. And we'll start the quest. I will probably just fast forward a couple of days. Okay. Back. Ish. Okay, yes. Sorry, I was just marking down how much time I need to cut out in between. I guess while we're waiting, I know I said I'd probably just fast forward. And we'll fast forward in a bit, but I think maybe I will do the other test runs. And then maybe I can just give like a brief, if you want to pull for Xilonen but you're not entirely sure if you should, or what she'll do. We can do one of those. Candace. I know what Candace does. I'd have to say her kit kind of sucks unless you're playing like very specific, very particular comps in my opinion would want her.
Eat this! Out of the frying pan, enhanced animal module 75, absorption, teamwork is dream.
I think though.
We shall prevail. Flee.
It's not really the best, is it? Okay.
Stand clear. Hey, nice and spicy. I'm going in. Hear my prayer. Swirl, mark.
Gosh.
Absorption test.
Although I should be using...
Out of the
It's just...
pan. Everybody stand back. Do your worst.
She has the catch. Actually though, not bad. Not the worst.
Animal test 6308. Luba, get them. Grant us your blessing. Flee. Animal hypostasis and... Stand clear. I'm going in.
We'll just use Bennett. We'll just Bennett it up.
Let's light it up. Eat this. Nice and spicy. Yield. Hear my prayer. Animal test 6308. Swirl, mark 2. Out of the frying pan, it's... Teamwork is dreamwork. Do your worst. We shall prevail. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, finally. Gosh, that... The thing is, Candace has her uses, but I feel like that team comp is not one of them. I was probably just getting the rotations all wrong. So that's on me, most likely, because I don't play her very much. I did make a team with her once, but it was a Hyper Bloom team, I believe, and I just used whatever character was on field to generate, to get the Hydro up. So, alright, let's see.
Here's the good. Come a little.
Okay.
Surrender and I'll be gentle. Right this on the side.
Okay. There's just so much going on here, you know? Should probably use Lisa. Okay.
Up a little.
Okay. Wait, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that damage was because of Dory. I think that damage was just Lisa Kale the whole time. And a little bit of Shangling. Alright. And Chiori. I'm thinking I should probably make a short guide for Chiori, because my goal right now is to get the short guides out for rerun characters. I feel like they're more important at the moment. Okay, let's see. Interesting. Oh, I forget. I know Chiori has like a double cast thing with her skill. I should have read. Hold. Oh, okay, what? Okay, I thought you swapped to the next character turn to like Geo or whatever, had Geo infusion or something.
I am the cutting edge of fashion. It's nothing. Everybody stand back.
Okay.
Nice and spicy. Give up. Your life is mine.
Okay,
Next comes
this.
our scraps of color. Scatter. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Get this up. Okay, I understand this much better, but it's just because I'm sorry, Chiori's just a glorified Albedo copy, so okay, we can exit. And now some people say Chiori's better than Albedo for various reasons, and I can agree with that to an extent, but also like, they do the same thing. They all do the same thing. Shin Albedo, and to a greater extent, Zhongli does the same thing. And I say greater extent because he has that massive shield. So, alright. So we did that. Yeah, I want... Current total exploration progress is... Oh, I get a limited... Oh. Oh! I didn't realize. Okay. That's actually really nice. So I just need to get the 80%, which I think I've done. I'm at 69 already, which is nice. If you know it, if you know, you know. But I'm getting, that's close then. 80. Do you guys see that? 82 days. Y'all got 82 days to claim this. That's so, what do you mean? Limited time. That's like, okay, that's a little under 3 months, but it's still a lot. It's still a lot of days. You got a lot of days to do this. All right. Should I do this Should I do this time trial challenge? Just kidding. Okay, so when do they want me to wait till? Your adventures in Not Long continue after some time has passed. Well, I'm not waiting 2 days. Okay? Okay, we're not waiting 2 days. I'll go 1 day, and if that's not enough, I'll go another day. I don't know what time of day I have to wait until, though. Okay. Oh, okay, we're good.
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Okay, there we go. That's how you get more phlogiston. Okay, so we're going to the Adventurers Guild. Sounds good. Sounds good. Alrighty. we are ready to see what happens next. It looks like in this quest we're gonna meet Xilonen and then get to interact with more Chaska
I
and
see.
Xilonen too.
Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
What was going on there?
Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land.
That is interesting, because isn't Catherine a puppet from, like, the Fatui? Was that... I forget if that was, like, actually confirmed or not. Because it's like, doesn't Capitano have a different goal in mind for an outline? I mean, he still wants to save it, but I think he thinks Malwika isn't capable enough to do it, and so it should be in his hands. That's probably what
Once
it
we
is.
receive word of enemy activity,
Alright.
we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please
What's
also
up with
take
this
a chance
millennial
to relax,
pause
you
before
two.
she starts
You've
speaking?
been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
Someone who teeters on the edge of millennial and Gen Z. I don't really know much about the millennial pause. Okay, I know what it is, but it's just like, I see the dialogue, and then there's like a whole, like, half second, it feels like, of like, okay, now I'm gonna talk.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over,
I mean, yeah, I kind of got
everyone
that
will return
impression.
to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Oh. Oh. Does this still have to do with the voice actor strikes? Because I know a lot of the voice actors are on strike for the AI voice thing. I didn't realize there'd be, like, no dialogue. I can do the voices, guys. Trust. Is that Cynthia and Paimon? Hello, hello! Okay, I won't do that.
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
But I guess Karina, Betger, and I think Erica Mendez is the voice of Catherine. Those two are fine? Like, I'm not really sure. Hehe, yep. Now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Don't push yourselves too hard. I'll do my best and make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want to do is add to your work. Oh, by the way, Xilonen told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
I mean, forging ancient names is, like, one of her jobs, because she's ancient name forger, roller skater, DJ, and rapper. What can't she do, honestly? She's a queen. Heh. Xilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but she also I'm so sorry, I can't read. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention. I cannot read, I'm sorry. And here I was, gonna do voices. Can't even read. Anyway, then we should properly thank her when we meet. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go see Xilonen together. She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. Ah! On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. Beyond the smoke and mirrors. Okay. Go to the Children of Echoes. Let's go! This better not be like Xilonen's... I doubt this is her quest, her main quest. Maybe it is. Higher. Wait, I have to go higher? How do I do that? Oh, I need to go this way. Hey yo, we're so clean with it. That was not clean at all. I don't want to be a liar. Okay. Oh, here she is. Queen. We'll see if she has voice lines, too. How many voices do I have to do? I could switch languages, but then I would still probably have to read it anyway, because if people are just listening, they wouldn't be able to understand what they're saying, so. Alright, Xilonen, I've brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Man, the music in Natlan is just so... It makes me want to dance all the time. Which is fitting, because a lot of the characters, like, NPCs are dancing. So... Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else.
Oops. I'm sorry, Xilonen.
But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventurer handbook. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Well, I'm also thinking of, if it's supposed to be a Natlan thing, like, and you're supposed to pass it on to future generations, the Traveler's not from Natlan, so would future... I mean, it doesn't have to be, like, the Traveler's descendants, because I don't know how that... if that will even happen. But it's like, it's still kind of like a... anyone who inherits the name, it's like, well, this is a name from someone who isn't from Natlan. It's kind of weird. Also, I just realized I said I was going to talk about Xilonen's kit, and I did not. Maybe I can do that if I have to, like, walk to a destination.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Xilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy
Right.
the order of my
I'm gonna
Archon.
say, she's not gonna be like, sorry Archon, but no. She's not gonna do that.
If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Oh, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the Traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
But didn't the Wyab, like, die after that? I don't think so. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Xilonen at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Eatstali.
Eatstali. Granny?
Oh, we've heard that name before.
Ugh,
We used her
sorry.
Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name.
Some sneezes.
A person who can make something like that must
I
be
don't
pretty
have
impressive.
sickness, don't
I'm
worry.
sure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
She just like me for real. Also, she doesn't look old. It's probably one of those, she's 1,000 years old, but she looks 15. Boo. Anyway.
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Yeah, at the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into 2.
Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this
It's
is an
funny
important
because
order
she's
from the Pyro
from
Archon.
the Children of Echoes.
Hopefully, Xilonen would still want to show respect to the Archon.
Rocky start.
I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Signs of Canopy deliver letters. We get Kinich to deliver the letter. He says nothing, actually, good about us, because he doesn't say things. He doesn't talk. Oh gosh. Oh, Kachina has the same idea. Oh, let's ask Kinich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a How won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Wahahaha! A how?
Alright, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
I just have to say, if a how doesn't have a voice this patch, I'm not doing the a how voice. Great, then I'll go contact him right now.
please just give me a
Kachina, I
moment to
just
write the
pitched my voice
letter,
up a little bit.
and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Let's hope for the best.
Take a stroll in the meantime.
A stroll. Oh, here we go. Yeah, taking a stroll. Go and meet up with Kanich at the location. The great location. So, okay. I mean, I guess I can teleport over there. But, let's see where... Oh. He's just over here. But I guess my thing is, for Xilonen, if people are planning on pulling for Xilonen, I would say she's pretty much great with any elemental carry that's not Animo or Geo. Because she can shred resistances of Pyro, Hydro, Electro, and Cryo, I think is what it said. So, you know, if you use like Nervulet, Risley, I think she's great with Ayato. We saw that they were using her with Yenfei, so if you use Yenfei, I don't know, what else? She's probably good with Sino. Although Sino likes EM, so I'm kind of not sure the balance there, because his team, the double Electro, double Dendro, is pretty essential, I feel like, to him. Unless you play Hyper Bloom, then it's a little different. Do we have other... I guess if you use, like, Lisa as your main DPS, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, I guess she doesn't really synergize with Dendro either. But, yeah. Because she can shred the resistances, and then she has that healing, which is A+. It's felt... I mean, I wasn't dying, so her healing must be pretty good. But I think the fact that her normal and plunging attacks are empowered says to me that she can also be used as an off-field carry if you want her to be used that way. And then you can use a lot of elemental off-field sub-DPSs or even off-field carries. So, like, I know they had Xingqiu and Shangling in the team with her, which I think is good because she can shred the resistances of Pyro and Hydro. And then, you know, dealing her own damage on-field, while Xingqiu and Shangling deal damage from off-field. But then you can also have characters like Fischl, and Yaimiko, and Farina, who would work well with in this case too. So, I don't know, I guess if you're looking for a solid healer that can slot into pretty much any team where your main DPS is any of those four elements, Hydro, Cryo, Pyro, or Electro, then I think Xilonen's a great choice. I think she could potentially be good as a DPS or like an on-field driver while in her Night Soul Burst state. But I think you can also potentially get away with switching to her Night Soul, like having her Night Soul state, using like an auto attack on a couple of enemies, or maybe the one enemy you're up against, using her burst and then swapping to like your other characters. So anyway, that's my opinion, and she seems like she's strong enough. So I don't know. But I think with a lot of the characters from Notlon, she'll only get better with the more characters from Notlon we get. So yeah. Hopefully that answers people's... Alright, Kanich makes his way over after some time. Oh, he doesn't have a voice either. I'm not doing a Kanich voice. I can just be like, "We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of Nightwind and convince C. Lolly to give you a chance." It's not how he sounds, but I don't have a better idea. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Mm-hmm, because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Moilani said that a ton of knowledge and memories suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Ororon, and he hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his appearance went unnoticed. By the time Xilolen finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Xilolen knows him too?
That's right. Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most.
So, Ororon was orphaned and taken in by Masters of the Nightwind? Yes, that's what they said, because they didn't... I'm confused because Masters of the Nightwind and Flower Feather Tribe both sound like they should be the same element, but they're not. Masters of the Nightwind is Cryo. I say this, but not every character from that tribe, I think, will be that element. We've already seen that. If Ororon is from Masters of the Nightwind, he's Electro. I think it's just the main person from each tribe will be that element. So, like, Chuska is the main character. She's like the 5-star character from the Flower Feather clan, so she's going to be Animo. And then Xilolen's the main 5-star character from the Masters of the Nightwind, so she will be Cryo. Anyway.
I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
He's probably just like, I don't know. Don't talk to me, I'm edgy. That's right. So, in that sense, Ororon and Xilolen actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Xilolen could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
Oh, sorry. I have to drink because of how much drink. I'm drinking coffee. I gotta hydrate myself. The coffee's not hydrating. I'm reading a lot of lines. I might not be able to go the full 2 hours for each part because of this. We'll see. As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. Xilolen is probably eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Xilolen is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Ororon situation. Huh, good idea. This way we can get 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
True.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Xilolen can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care out there, Kaniche. I'll be heading back as well. There are still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Nar. You can't make me. Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. That's a lot of words. Wow. Actually, okay, so is there a new map? No. I didn't think so, but I found something. I saw something when I was... Let's see. Just to kill a little bit of time. No. There's... Okay, over there. Let's grab a Pyrocrystal Fly first. So, when I was doing some exploration in Notlon, specifically I was looking for I think I was looking for Pyroculi, but it was also when I was farming Saurians for Kaniche, which I still have to do a little bit of that.
Points for agility.
Like I still have to do some farming for him because he's not fully maxed out, but he does enough damage as is, so he's pretty good. Anyway, over there, you know, you see. Okay, sorry. I'm just I have to point, but I can't fly over there. But you see over there with all the purple is, I think, because if you look at the map, there's nothing out here. Like, we can't go out there, but there is another clan over there. To me, so it's purple, And like we see Ororon and Xilonen, I think both have purple in their kits. So my two guesses are that it's either the Masters of the Nightwind clan or it's the Collection of Plenty, because Collection of Plenty, the main character I think we're getting from there is Yansan, who is Electro. So it could be either Electro or Cryo. Like, I can't tell from here, and I'd like to know. Oh, there's stuff over here too. I think there's... yeah, we can't really go past those cliffs. Oh, and there's that, like, breaking apart pillar back there, which I don't think we can get to. But anyway, I thought this was pretty interesting, so I guess if anyone has theories about which part of the map this is going to be, let me know, because I would like to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions on that. Okay. But while I guess we can do some time skipping. Get to 6 o'clock. And then I think we have to wait a whole nother day, which sucks. You know what also sucks? Having to voice every single character. And I'm not blaming the voice actors for not being in the game, because going on strike is a big deal, and you have your reasons for going on strike, and I think them not wanting to be taken over by AI is good. Like, I think that's a good thing, but at the same time, it's exhausting for my voice to not have any voice actors in here. It's more about I would like them to be here, but I understand why they're not. Like, I'm not upset by the fact they're not there, but just like, aw, I wish they were. Okay. Let me just see if there's a particular time. They're not really saying much, so I'm just gonna go all the way and see what happens if I go to here. 0:35. 0 o'clock. Okay, that's not good. Well, that's not what they wanted. I'm guessing 6? I'm guessing they want 6 o'clock, or maybe like 8. Okay, that did not. Okay. Maybe I'll go do some stuff. I don't know. Oh, there's a new boss, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. How do I get under there? Let's go unlock the waypoint, maybe. I saw that there was a new boss. Okay, this way. Okay, I wonder how you get in there, though. Oh, it looks like it's just a hole in the ground. Sounds good. Maybe I can fight it for funsies. I mean, you always get an achievement when you first fight a boss, so maybe we can get a feel for what it's like. It's obviously the one for Xilonen. So.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Never mind. Let's go meet up with Xilonen. Let's not fight that random boss. Okay, no, they wanted 7, it looks like. Okay. Let's go back. Dun 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 dun. I haven't done my weekly bounty stuff yet. I was waiting for, but it doesn't really matter because you don't get battle pass stuff for doing their, like, requests and bounties. Oh, sorry. But I was waiting until the patch reset so I could get, like, my weekly stuff for the battle pass instead of just doing it. But, like, those things don't really matter. I wish they did. I don't know why they don't contribute. The tribal reputation doesn't contribute to the battle pass.
Hey, Xilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Xilonen did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Sounds good to me. Also, I think in the English, Xilonen and March 7th have the same voice actor. I try not to say voice actress just because I know some people don't love the actress term. And also if you're like, if I'm not sure like what they identify as, you know, I don't want to be that dismissive. You arrive at the Stadium of Sacred Flame. As expected, Xilonen is not there.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
She might just pop out of nowhere, you don't know. You never know.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her.
True, because every Pyro Archon, since the first one at least, has been just a normal person, which I do want to learn more about that. Why is that the case?
The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even
Paimon.
bother to reply to our letter. Seriously,
Paimon, no.
if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know.
She's right behind me, isn't she?
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Xilonen.
Huh?
Wait, you're Xilonen? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
Oh my gosh, she got me. Caught. Because I said it's like that trope where they're 1,000 years old but they look 15, right? And she got me. She got me. At least she's self-aware.
Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
Okay, so she's not actually a granny. She's not actually old.
Paimon, sorry. So, how old are you actually?
Paimon, you never ask a woman her age.
What? How dare you?
Yep.
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Xilonen. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
I mean, but we also don't want to know what to expect, girl, so you gotta tell us if you're coming.
But, of course. It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology.
Oh, the eyes.
Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Oh, my days. She didn't say that. What? Also, I definitely thought when I saw, like, the things on her head, because I saw that, like, I guess now it makes more sense, because Ororon isn't technically from the Masters of the Nightwind, but when I saw Ororon, I thought, oh, the Masters of the Nightwind must all have, like, I'm guessing fox ears. They kind of look like fox ears or wolf ears, and I was like, oh, I wonder if the rings on her head are just, like, her ears, but, like, for some reason they're hidden by those things. Like, I don't know what the deal was. She has normal ears. No worries, guys. She has normal ears.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
She kind of reminds me of Farazan, not gonna lie. Because they have, like, a similar thing. Well, Farazan she actually has lived a very long time, but she got, like, stuck somewhere for 100 years. And is just, like, caught up in the old days, but she's not actually old. Like, she didn't age in that time. She's just been alive for a long time. Who are like, that's what the Sigma?
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh, or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Nightwind said they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Maybe the Masters of the Nightwind's true power is their awkwardness, because he said Auroron's kind of weird too.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Xilonen explains the Pyro Archon's request as well as the difficulties she's encountered.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first.
That certainly would be an unprecedented feat.
And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Oh, okay, lady. Sounds good. Meh.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me, what's all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh?
Something?
What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Did she just kill some people? Like, what? No, I don't think that's what that means. Like, my bad. Just had some souls sticking to me, you know? Happens. My bad.
Isn't that kind of like having part of a ghost come back with you?
What's that face I'm making?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night?
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands.
I wonder who that is.
The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom,
Oh, an entity.
constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream.
We love our dreams.
But I will
Dreams.
need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Ororon.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
Yep. If I remember correctly, I don't think 5.2 will have an
All
Archon
right,
quest.
Now
I
it's
feel like I
time for
remember
us to
hearing
catch
that.
that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Either the way she pronounces her S's is like different, or it's like the way whatever her mic is that's picking up on the way she says S because it sounds like crackly. It's not like a big thing. It's just something I realized, and I was like, it kind of like hits me in the ears every once in a while. I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him?
That's like the second closest thing we've gotten to an age range of someone, because I think I remember so far the closest we got to like a canon age for a character, in my opinion, was Kaveh, because I think in his story, in his hangout quest, he says something about being in says something about his early 20s, and so then you get the idea he's in his mid to late 20s. So Ororon's in his 20s, which I assume is kind of similar to Kaveh, which means he's probably in his early, or maybe not similar to Kaveh, maybe more like early to mid 20s, where I feel like Kaveh is in his mid to late 20s.
That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us.
Yeah.
All right, then let's start by heading to where Ororon was seen last.
Investigate clues. Investigate clues. Let's go. I don't feel like we're really doing anything this quest. I mean, we're trying to figure out what happened to Ororon, but still, I'm kind of like, I don't feel like anything's really happened. Yeah. I love exploring. This is how you explore. Oh, let's activate this so I can get my phlogiston back. I was wondering, because I was like, if he's from the Masters of the Nightwind, wouldn't we need that part of the map unlocked? I guess not. I guess not.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here.
Sorry. I was just fixing something up on my screen. Okay.
I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned
That's
a lot from
sweet.
us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden.
Sorry, Setion, I'm gonna have to reject your request because I'm in the middle of the story quest. Who does that remind me of? It kind of reminded me of for some reason that reminded me of Techo from Bungo Stray Dogs for a moment, but it also kind of reminds me of Kita from Haikyuu, because spoiler alert for Haikyuu, I guess. I just know this. I haven't read the manga, but I do know that at the end of it, Kita becomes a rice farmer. Like, he went from, like, volleyball player to rice farmer, and it's like, okay, that's good for him, I guess.
He's always been
I
such a
kind of
good
reviewed
kid.
Techo too, I don't know why.
He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
You see, then I had a great idea. You see, I used my elemental sight, and elemental sight allows me to see traces of things that weren't there before. Sorry. I've been watching a lot of, like, Minecraft videos lately. Because, I don't know, I get tired of watching, like, the drama channel and, like, drama stuff. Sometimes it's kind of interesting to watch, like, to learn, like, what's going on in the lives of celebrities and why celebrities are getting canceled or whatever. But then I was like, what if I just watched a lot of people play, like, Minecraft escape rooms? And so, if that... I kind of got that line from, watching... I think his name... The YouTuber's name is Canadian. But, like, Canadian. K-E-N. Canadian. Anyway. Watching some of his videos, because it's the... then I had a great idea. You see, I used F5, and F5 gave me a whole new perspective. But I think he got that from, like, a different YouTuber as well. But it's just, I always see it in his comments. Sorry. I was gonna reference it and just leave it there, but then I was like, people might be like, what is she talking about? Or there might be, like, a small chance that there's an audience overlap, and someone's like, you just took that from a different person. So, I don't want to plagiarize. I'm giving credit where credit is due.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have to use elemental sight, because we're goated. Ooh, purple and blue swirls and sparkles.
How about now?
What do you see?
Oh, yeah. I can see the trail now.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Sorry, Paimon.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted.
You can see from her vision she's cryo, but I already
Anyway,
knew that.
we'll need to use our vision
I
now to
suspected
track
that?
down Ororon.
Had
Good
I
luck,
seen
you
her
two.
vision before, or did I just like hear from somewhere she was gonna be cryo? I don't remember.
See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
Let's follow the trail.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Surely. Surely that was all.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
What's the question mark thing going on?
But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough?
Oh my gosh.
I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Oh my gosh, she's trying so hard. Oh, can we like hear her thoughts? I think I just heard a voice. Wait. But it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind?
Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Maybe because she shared her senses with us, we can also like kind of hear her thoughts. Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Ah, it must be a side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So now we can hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing! Something like this could only happen with Seat Lolly.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
That's funny. You bet, just leave it to us. But she can't hear our thoughts. I guess it's because we didn't share with her. She shared with us. Ooh, there's a time trial challenge up ahead. Investigate the
Hey, looks
campsite.
like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go take a look. That little brat.
Oh, oops. Sorry, Seat Lolly. I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't realize you would keep
Judging
talking.
by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wow, what gave you that
wait.
impression?
The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
Darling grandson?
No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Man, there's a lot of, like, the voiced lines are different than, like, the written lines, which is fine. It's just, it's always a little confusing and catches me off guard for a second. Are like, we can hear everything you're thinking. Okay, let's cook something while we're here, just kidding. Let's break the boxes. Alright. Continue forward and investigate. Aye aye, Captain. Let's do it. Okay, we're coming up on the next spot up here. Ororon, where are you? Ororon.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Well, we know one of those is, Ororon, because he's Electro.
And each told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Paimon's like, oh, good grief.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
See, Lolly looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui. So, given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Cover all the ground.
I'll
Cover
take
all
this
the ground.
direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Aye aye. Sounds good.
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
Brat.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Seat Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Sitlolly noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Or, you know, maybe other people could as well, but they just never said anything. I feel like that's also possible.
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
She just seems like she's nervous. She's kind of socially awkward, and she wants to connect with people, but she's not exactly sure how. Which I understand that. I can have problems with, you know, knowing exactly what people expect of me, what they want me to say. We need those sweet flowers, guys. We need sweet flowers.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Ugh, barrel roll. What was that, brother? Was it a barrel roll? That's to the side usually. Okay, we're coming up on another spot. Ororon! I feel like... Okay. So wait, oh, I teleported here, and we started here. And we came back around. I was gonna say, like, I feel like we'd started here. It's because I teleported here to get over to where we were going. Okay. Next stop. There are traces of phlogiston here, but...
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Oh, hello there. It's a very soothing voice. Ororon! Ororon! Where are you? Huh? Whose voice was that just now? Focus. Focus. You gotta lock in. We gotta lock in, traveler. I was like, this is unedited. It is very, very... That was a very long moment of silence. It's dark. Oh. Oh? 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 Here we... Okay. We're in the Night Kingdom? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? It's just the man of the hour. Ororon.
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
I don't know what reaction. Oi!
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And
Okay.
given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, You're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
He's so his eyes are so vibrant. He's got heterochromia. Sorry, I was about to make the joke of he's got homophobia in his eyes, but I mean, I still kind of just did it right then. Anyway, but what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui.
He's got bags
I'm
under his
afraid
eyes.
You've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke.
He's got the sadness in his eye. It's sad boy hours for Ororon. I'm just taking a moment to take in his appearance. My bad, everyone. He actually with like the hood, it's kind of similar to Motsa from Honkai Star Rail. Still don't know if I'm saying that name correctly.
My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here.
Friend?
Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
I was gonna say, the captain.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Oh my god. Sorry, I did not think we were gonna be meeting the captain in this.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process.
What?
It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
Oh, okay. He's got a little ear. Look at Ororon's little ear. Sorry. Oh, I just hit my mic. My bad.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
The Masters... Oh, Masters of the Night Wind. Is Ororon... Not Ororon. Is the captain originally from the Masters of the Night Wind, I wonder? So you are working together.
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues.
Yeah.
Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. In person.
Sorry, I don't trust anyone whose face I can't see, so you're gonna have to take off the mask for me, bro.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
I will say, so I don't really trust the captain, but I do kind of wonder if Malwika's plan is like, it could either, because I know she had like this whole like thing planned out for hundreds of years, but I'm like, she could be underestimating what other people in this time could do, so she, like, I could, like, her plan could be a bit outdated, but I'd also, like, B, when she, like, threw herself into the fire to be reborn, I think 500 years later is what she said. I'm also wondering if maybe she kind of might not fully remember her plan correctly. Like, I just have this feeling that she might not remember it correctly. So, we'll see. Anyway, let's keep going.
If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This
Looks
is
like he's
all
trying to,
to
like,
avoid
pet my
dragging
hair.
Granny into this conflict.
Do not touch me, bro. I got to decide what I'm going to do. Poor traveler. I mean, I guess I would go for don't tell anyone. I mean, traveler can handle herself. And I do have a feeling they don't really want to hurt me. But... ugh. Oh, poor Paimon. I guess maybe, like... I don't know. Is that the correct...
Hey, what happened?
exclamation for that.
Responding.
Ugh, I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Xilonen right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Nightwind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a longer break with Paimon and Xilonen. Ororon's words still in your mind, meanwhile Xilonen continues to keep her eyes on you, even performs another checkup.
Need to be more careful next time.
My fast reading has gotten better, guys.
Feeling
Tut.
better yet, Traveler?
Yep.
Alright, let's get ready.
Little nod.
I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
But see, now I know the truth that Ororon is probably not actually being coerced and is working
so it's close by.
willingly.
Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Alright, I got you. I can do that. But yeah, so now we have an idea that Ororon, it was probably not being held against his will, and that he joined the captain willingly. But we don't know the reason why, and that's what I'm curious to know. Like, I want to know why Ororon trusts the captain. Like, is it something about what the captain has said? It's been like, that's a good point. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. That, like, the captain knows something about Mawika's plan that she doesn't know. Okay.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Ororon. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
Alright, we'll take the lead.
I do like his I do like his appearance, actually. I know a lot of people are like, guys, he looks like a gacha club OC. Okay, I kind of get it. I just think it's because he has very vibrant, like very bright neon colors, like vibrant colors. And I feel like a lot of male characters in this game don't. Like, I feel like they're all, if they do have colors, it's like one color, where he has like blue, purple, yellow, you know, and they're all bright. I'm trying to think of other characters who could have brighter colors. I guess like Venti, but he's like mostly bright teal. And it's not like that bright. Like, I don't want to just say like, yes, for sure, but it's like, I feel like the neon-esque light up colors is not as common in male characters in Genshin. So I feel like that's why he seems quote unquote out of place. Because like even Kenichi's color palette is like, he has the green and the yellow, but not a whole lot. Like, very little. I feel like. I don't know. And I feel like it's just we haven't seen a whole lot of combinations that utilize like black, dark blue, purple, bright blue, you know. I don't know.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
Kosterlitsky. I don't speak Russian, I'm sorry.
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Oh no, he talks weird. Beseech.
Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo jumbo.
For real. He's kind of like Kazuha, except like a little bit, maybe even more obscure.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1!
Oh yeah. Do we just
Still
go?
trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Hiya!
Health comes first. A bit of I got you covered. Don't get too close.
Bow before your king!
Target acquired.
Glory to its none!
No, I mean, hearing Kenichi's voice, I feel like I did a pretty good job with voicing him, you know?
Let's get it on! You asked for it.
Like, this is not doing anything, I know.
Here's backup. Taking a turn.
Yeah. Wait, he healed.
Corner.
This is not the right team to be using. I feel like we need to take out this guy first.
Supporting fire. Target acquired.
Sorry if I feel like, wow, you're so... What?
Pleasure doing business with you.
He died?
Seems like an emergency.
Oh my gosh.
Mind the side effect. I got you covered.
I think Kenichi will be fine. I definitely needed to get a different... I needed to get a different character. Like, this would have been much easier with my Ayato team, I think. Or potentially my Sino team. He's right here.
Here's backup. Don't get too close.
Problem is this pyro guy.
First, mind the side effect. Locked on.
I mean, I feel like my Risley team would have done. Okay, we're good. Oh wait. Okay, let's unleash.
Fire it up. A bitter pill to swallow. Target acquired.
Did we do it? Are we goated? We're not. Because of how long I took with that.
Granny.
Granny. What was that? Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Leave, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
Granny?
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a Granny.
I have no words for this. He's so... I want to say he's so autistic, but I feel like that's kind of a weird... Anyway. I feel like there are a lot of characters you can say that about in Genshin, though. You're so autistic. What is that?
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
It's okay, my grandson. I will protect you. I'll embrace it, I guess.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Not this again. Again, self-aware.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
I think my cat's trying to get into my room by ripping up my carpet. Hee hee, that's so funny. Just a sec, actually. Maybe I'll see if this cat wants to be let in. Okay, let me move some things around for ya. put my blanket on my bed. Put your blanket on the bed so you can lay down. Oh, here you go. Alright. Just don't clump the bed, okay? You have to behave yourself on camera. Even though you guys cannot see her. Alright, now I have to move things. Because I usually put my phone on my bed while I'm recording because my bed is to my right. But, anyway. I was just saying, what is it? Okay, back on track. He's so goofy. He's like, are they all like this? Where it's like, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to keep things a secret, and even said it'd be for Xilone's sake. So, you're treating everyone like they're your gramps and grannies?
Exactly.
Okay.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon?
Oh.
Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of bees prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
What is his voice reminds me of someone. I cannot place my finger on it. There's this particular character from something his voice reminds me of. I was about to be like, kind of Koidao, but it's not Koidao. I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Good grief.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance.
Oh, he's sad boy hours for Ororon.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So
Indeed.
Why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it.
He's pouting, your boy baby.
We can submit the
My
details
poor
of this
grandson.
camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence.
Wait, so how old is... Again, the Traveler is supposedly under the legal drinking age, which I think is supposed to be Chinese drinking age, which is 18. But Auroran's then older than us, right? Age-wise. Like, I know Traveler's been alive for like 500 plus years, most likely. But still. What? Because I was under the impression Xilonen is just supposed to be older than us. But he's just... What? I'm confused.
Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Ororon, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
What?
Yes, I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
Oh my.
If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh?
What?
No, you should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui.
I take back my hesitation. He is very autistic. What the heck? I don't actually know about that. He's very... I would just say he's very socially unaware, which is you can be a sign of autism, but like, is it what? What about the situation made him go vegetables and recite the 3 warnings? Clueless. I love it.
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
He's clueless.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Go to the speaker's chamber. Let's go. To whence the smoke drifts. For people wondering, the cat that is in my room with me, she's a calico cat. Is quite large. Her name is Cassie. So if you hear her at all, you can say, "Hello, Cassie." She won't hear you. Alright, you return to the city, and Xilonen brings you to the speaker's chamber, where you recount everything that has happened to Ororon.
I see. So
Koyopa.
Ororon came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Xilolen's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm still like, oh, I got it. His voice kind of reminds me of Lucian Dodge. But I don't think I feel like I remember that the voice was not said to be the same. It's not the same one. It's just slight. There's like slight ways he says things that his tone of voice kind of reminds me of it. I know it's not though.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Xilolen is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that.
She's like,
I
I
don't have any more
guess.
time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Genshin.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Ororon,
Arigatou gozaimasu.
please report back to the
Sorry.
speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you.
He's just so
And
goofy.
thank you too, Granny.
Okay, I was gonna look at something. I was gonna look at the like original post they made regarding the release of Natlan, but I don't remember because they usually have that like thing where they talk about all the like the voice actors, but I'm not really sure where to look for that. Let's see. Navia. Oh gosh. I don't think I'm gonna find it so easily.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Ororon.
I say that.
We've got to
She
find
stole
you
my
a place to
thing.
stay for the night.
Goodbye, other Granny.
Ororon. Genshin. VA. Nathan Noakes. Okay. Because that's, I think I remember, I thought Kenichi's voice actor was named Nathan, and it was, It was Ororon. Ororon. Goodbye, other granny. Okay. This new grandson of mine is way too polite. What's up with the railings? They're glitching. I went. He's giving me a look. Like, you better remember. That look on his face. He's probably trying to remind me about my promise. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Xilolen's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
You pull Paimon aside and tell her everything that you saw earlier when you collapsed.
What? That captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Ororon, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening.
That's why I wonder if the captain has to be from Natlan, right? It would give reason why he's so invested in Natlan's like survival and future, but also like why he could like come into the Night Kingdom like that. Like, you could argue that. Well, because he also mentioned that he used the Masters of the Night Wind's like power or whatever, like whatever power they have to get there. So the captain the captain is Auroron's dad. I got it. That's my new theory.
All that stuff about
It's a fake theory, but I like it.
Being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more information.
Yeah, you're right.
No. I'm not accepting a child maid. I know my signature says I'm willing to help with everything, but I'm in the middle of something here.
Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Oh my gosh. The amount of time skipping they're making me do in this game. Wait until 20 o'clock the next day. I feel like they're making me do way too much time skipping. Oh well. Okay, let's skip. Oh gosh, that's a lot of... Oh, that's pretty good. We'll just stand here and let like 2 whole days pass. Usually I would kill time for like a day and then skip time, but you guys don't want to see that. Or I guess I could do it and cut it out, but I don't really want to edit that much. I try not to edit these too much. I try to keep them very just like stock standard, like it's kind of supposed to be like a live stream to an extent, even though I'm not live streaming this, and I just cut out the parts where I go to the bathroom or grab coffee or grab something from downstairs, you know, whatever. Okay. Go to the agreed location. My name is Kanich. Sorry. That's probably not funny. I thought it was kind of funny. Alright. I don't want to fight you guys. Although I probably do need your materials for Kanich later. So the same. We're going to talk to the captain. Aye aye, Captain. Need all the grain fruit for all these recipes. I need to buy fish. Made a lot of fish dishes today when I was doing... Because I do the weekly, like, cook 20 dishes in a week. I don't cook them all at once. I cook 5.
Weird.
Until I get there.
See anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
It's right behind me, isn't it? I don't know. Ah. I don't know what I'm supposed to... I don't know what the...
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this meeting? Oh, I think my computer lagged a little bit there. Sorry. I'm running
It's
all this on a
clear.
laptop.
Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
Child talks about me? I'm just kidding. I don't want to know what he has to say about me.
If we
He's
allow the
so
current state of things
interesting.
to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
Oh, she might be hiding things from us is
I
what
assume
we're
you've already
getting.
been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait,
True.
how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
So who are the 4 that she has? She has Xilonen, Mualani, Iansan, and Chaska? Is that the 4 that she has at the moment? Or is it Xitlali? Because I think I remember at least Xilonen, Iansan, and we saw Mualani be one of the chosen ones. Oh, Kanich is one of them. It's Kanich? So it's... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm too confused. So is it Xilonen, Mualani, Iansan, Kanich? Is that it? Because I was thinking, I feel like Chaska wasn't one of the chosen ones from the Flower Feather clan. I don't know.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
Look, side profile. I still don't know what you look like.
An emergency plan?
Maybe he took all the melanin. Sorry, that was kind of a bad joke, but...
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And
This
now,
theme is so
I have
ominous.
found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's coming.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
That's so cool that he can just do that.
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
It's Granny!
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
That's what I thought it was. Oof.
See, Lolly? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Oh no.
Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
Well, even if he did explain himself, you'd probably still be mad. Which is probably why he doesn't want to explain himself.
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Xilonen! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Ororon for me, okay?
Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment. But if Ororon's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Look at his little smile. The general in his labyrinth. Is that what it said? Is that what it said? Officially meet with the Fatui Harbinger, the captain. Okay, let's go back. I'm very curious about Ororon as a character. I'm just interested to know more about Ororon and the captain and their plan.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it!
He's just a little bit clueless.
Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time.
Oh, it's sad, nervous boy hours for Ororon again.
No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Oh, my poor grandson. Looks like Ororon has no intention of answering her. I understand why she's mad, though.
Your brain
in
for
all
a
fairness.
Second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Look, he looks so unsure. Bro has the bags under his eyes. He must not sleep.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. It's definitely a little awkward.
Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
It's more like when you go over to your friend's house and then their parents start scolding them. That has happened to me before, by the way. I think it's happened to a lot of people. But I remember when it happened to me, it was extremely awkward, because I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Why are you disciplining your child while I'm here? Like,
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us!
Indeed, you've got a point. Then please just hang in there for a little while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding session soon.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
we're coming now. My bad.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me?
I just gotta say, A+ voice acting here. It's pretty good.
You say all the right things, but
She
then you
sounds
go and
genuinely,
completely
like, upset.
ignore me. Well,
Which
if that's how
is,
you're going to treat
like,
me,
I need.
you can
That's
stop
what we want to
sending
hear.
Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables. I don't need anything from you.
Aoife. Aoife is a character that will be playable in the future. How do I know that? He's in one of Kenichi's voice lines. Now, he might be in, like, Mualani or Kachina's voice lines, but I don't have friendship level 4 with them. But I listened to Kenichi's voice line, because whenever there's a new region, you can, if you listen to characters' voice lines about other characters, all the characters they talk about will be playable in the future. So if people want to know, Aoife is a Saurian veterinarian, and he helped Kenichi once, but apparently he helped Kenichi, but he helped Ahau once when Ahau was sick. And apparently he traumatized Ahau, because Ahau does not want to talk about it. So I'm kind of curious to know more about him. Anyway.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
Oh, they're gonna explain, aren't they?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good.
I think he's
You
great.
kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
What incident?
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Huh? There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice is very quiet.
His voice? Ororon! Where have you gone?
What?
It sounds like he's somewhere super
Oh.
far away, but
That was
isn't he
intentional.
right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Oh, bye. Bye!
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
Okay.
Still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan. Otherwise, Ororon would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Ororon's stubbornness has hurt Xilonen deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What was all that about Ororon's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Okay, let's take a nice walk. Okay, I'll see if she's going to say anything. Doesn't sound like it, but we can just run back. It won't take that long. Watch this cool trick.
You really are a one-trick pony now.
Ayah! Ugh. He takes like no fall damage. It's so great. It's so convenient. Okay. We're back. We're back.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Oh,
Then
Paimon.
let's go.
Always hungry.
We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
It's okay, we can cover our own bill.
Really? You're not gonna take her offer? That's right. See, Lolly has gotten a lot quieter since Ororon ran away. She seems to be having a hard time. She's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than capable of paying our own bill.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns.
Yeah,
Besides,
probably.
we'll definitely do a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
For her, maybe. For me, it would be like a bowl of ramen. that would lift my spirits. Not really a steak person. Not for any particular. I think I should go this way. I think it's like not for any particular reason. I guess I don't dislike steak. It's just not my favorite. If I had to choose, oh, I'm not in the right spot. Oh, but the diner's down there. I think we just gotta go down a little further. Let's go down the stairs. Okay. That door down there is where we need to go. I forget, did I... Sorry. Investigate what? Oh. What? Okay. I don't remember. I think I bought...
High-calorie food urgently?
I don't, but I just wanted to see if I actually bought all the food. Oh, I did not buy all the recipes. That's what I was wondering about. Did I buy all the recipes? Did not. What's the battle pass thing I got? Spend a total of 500,000 Mora. Maybe it kept track, because I was like, already? I've barely been on. Alright, let's go enter the Weary Inn. Bloom and Quicken are triggered. They can trigger another layer of reactions, or respectively. Okay. This will probably be the last bit of dialogue I do before I get off. The three of you walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice while Sweet Lolly begins chugging down bottle after bottle of wine.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
Oh no, she's drunk. Out. Unsafe alcohol consumption, not safe for kids.
Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Sitlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny.
Oh.
She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
And then she'll throw up later, you know.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chonka leaves, Seatlolly downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Oh, the eyes are so funny. I just need that as my profile picture on everything. It's so funny.
Seatlolly!
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
No, I do not.
Are you still with us, Seatlolly? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans. I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
She's gonna go through like the 5 stages of grief in one night due to the alcohol.
Granny Seatlolly, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Who? Me?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
I feel like the guy in the back looks like he's not pleased of this ruckus she's making. Thanks for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
I will say that the hiccups, good voice acting. Sounds real. We just got to listen to Seatlolly's drunken ramblings. Oh gosh, that's some loud snoring.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
She's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Seatlolly herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
They really said, alright, you gotta burp a couple times in this recording.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
Not on my tacos.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Surely you know the feeling too?
Yeah.
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, Xilonen. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. You describe the events that took place during Ororon's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Xilonen shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts.
Oh,
that.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Xilonen. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you
It's
a
like,
lot.
so this is a thing that happens.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes.
So
I was
real.
just picking something generic.
Yeah. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me.
Her eyes.
I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her, just to make sure she doesn't do something stupid. Okay. So I know this kind of interrupts the whole... What? Alright, that kind of... Alright. I don't want to accept the friend request because I don't know who you are. But that is so... Sorry, that made me laugh. Alright, sorry. Rejected. Sorry. I don't make friends with random people. Sorry, you just probably saw my whole friends list. Doesn't matter. Alright, I know. It's kind of cuts in the middle of, like, a scene, kind of, but I did say that that was going to be the last conversation we had. And, you know, I've been streaming for, like, over 2 hours now, so, or recording for over 2 hours, so, feels like a good place to stop. So, we will stop there for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel if you don't want to, and like I said, if you have any ideas about what that place on the map is that we can't get to yet, like the tribe that looks like they have the purple markings, let me know what you think that place is. If you have ideas, or maybe you've seen leaks. I know about leaks too, but I don't really need people telling me. I also don't look at the maps, like the leak maps, the maps that are leaked anyway. But anyway, so yeah, if you enjoyed, glad to hear it. If you guys are pulling for Xilonen in this patch, just let me know what team you're putting her in. Or let me know if you're pulling for any constellations, or her weapon, or maybe you're pulling for Chiori. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. And I will see you guys tomorrow for part 2. Alright. Bye for now.